All right, you guys. So to save some time, I went ahead and got a head start just to get a feel of what I wanted to see. And I'm glad that I did not bring those trees all the way down. I'm glad that I gave myself a space to have this little Nomi mushroom house nestled into the snow. The first half of this video, I'm pretty sure will be in time lapse because of all the noise that was happening at the time from the men fixing the bathroom again. So yeah, let's just go ahead and just add these smaller trees, more thinner trees here. And I am going to be pushing down into the snow there on top of the roof because I can just simply blend away and no one would know the difference. I'm still using the same color, the violet mist color, and I also have a darker value of it with a bit of the Daniel Smith Payne's blue gray, excuse me, right here in case I want to darken things up. I'm sure you all recognize this brush, the Silver Black Velvet brush from Silver Brush Limited, and as usual, my favorite go-to brush, size 8 from Hobby Lobby's brand Master's Touch. A little hard to see where I added the, there we go, that's good. So we have, let's see, I think this can be a bit darker here. This can be a bit darker here too. And just with this brush here, you can bring in the other ones. I have never done this before, and I'm so glad that I'm sharing this in real time, just so, oh gosh, I hope it comes out looking the way I want it to look. I don't mind that this goes right over the chimney of the house because I could blend later. I don't see this color being a big deal to blend out. Okay, so you guys already see what I'm doing here. But if it bothers you, you can just simply take some of that color and just move it aside. All right, I'm gonna stand up for a moment. All right, that looks good so far. I can always add a bit more if I wanted to. I can't take away, so let me go ahead and begin working on the house here itself. I mentioned I wanted to use some buff titanium, and I'll add a bit of burnt umber to that. Is that what I want? Give me 1 second here. This is what I want right here. I added that Payne's blue gray. Right, and I'm going to be using a very small amount of it. Super watery. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I was all set. All right, so we're going to begin in this little corner right here with a dark but very loose concentration of this color. I'm not too worried about if this color gets into the snow either. We're just going to keep it. I think I'm going to switch brushes. Sorry, gotta grab. What is this? This is the size 12, right? Yep. I have my favorites. I've mentioned it before. Hobby Lobby does good with their brushes. All right, so we're just gonna spread that color around, and remember, everyone does things differently. I don't mind pushing these lighter value colors into the door and also bringing it up here. These are going to be little berries. Just as long as I can see that Payne's blue gray wanting to come out. Very nice. I want this to be soft because I'm normally very heavy-handed. And I know it might look a little uneven at first, but everything will even out. Just add a little bit of color and out. Oh yeah, this is looking very nice because I'm going to keep it light. Remind myself of that. Just keep it light, keep it simple. That's looking good so far. Oh boy, I'm getting excited. Adding a little bit of darker value underneath here, just for some shading. And I don't mind if there's a bit of unevenness in the color around here. It actually adds to, I don't know, the whimsy. You can even add some right underneath here. Well, I would be doing that anyways because right underneath the roof you would find some darker shading anyways. All right, so that's looking pretty good so far. And I'll be painting those berries, you know, a little of a, I don't know, an orangey cranberry color, so I'm okay with it being blended out. I think that's where it ends right there. Yeah, that's good. All right, let me head up to the chimney. The chimney, I'm going to, I'll just stick to regular Payne's gray. No, I won't. I'll just stick to this color because it's working out for me. So sorry, I don't mean to be so undecisive. Real-time decisions here. And the same thing. Maybe I can even just use one brush here to work this in. Chimney would be a darker color anyways. Bring it all the way to the top. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then what I'll do is I'll just tap in the color here on the side. And yeah, I will use this color for, I'll just add whatever little bit of Payne's blue gray I added there, and that'll be the color for, excuse me, for the snow. And this is going to be super light. And I'm going to try to have a little bit of a, yep, see right here, I'm doing it now. I'll use this larger brush and just use the very light wash of this color. Yep, bring it all the way across. Just like that. Purposely skipping over certain areas to get, I don't know, just to get a certain look. I'm really happy with how this is coming out, and I want to try to keep it this way. This is an experiment for me, so we'll see how I I do. And what I'll do is I'll add some darker valley right around here. So there is a defined line between the tree and move here. I don't know if that looks like snow, but okay. And to bring some of that down here, just to make it look like it belongs together, I'll go ahead and just add. There we go. I'll add that there. I'll just leave it like in this area. And I'll just like that. Push it out. And then if I really wanted to make things extra fancy, I could take in my damp brush and just gently pull some of that color up. Just to soften that line. This is a personal look, you know, like a look I like to see on my work, so you don't have to do that, but yeah. And I would like to add some warmth to the inside of this little mushroom house. Okay, sorry you guys, felt a bit of a sniffle coming up. All right, so that's probably a little too much, but oh well. Burnt sienna and a little bit of raw sienna. All right, and I will gently add that in. I don't know why I say gently. Sorry. So right here. And then I need a second brush. Okay, I grabbed the number 4 from the same brand. The ultimate goal for me would be to learn, and I need to because I want to see it on my work, is to learn how to add the warmth in a nighttime scene all around. But I don't know how to do that yet. So I'll settle for this for now. Okay. All right, since I'm in this area anyways, this is just a mixture of cadmium orange and red together. And that'll be the color for the little berries. One second here. I'll come back and clean that up later. That's bothering me. tip of this brush is just wonderful. Gives a nice highlight. Okay, pretty sure I'll have to come back and reglaze my berries, but that's okay. Probably reshape them too, like I just did that one. All right, so at least we have that, and you know what? I might as well use the same color for the roof of the mushroom, but for now, let's go ahead and just take care of the door. And I would like the door to be, oh, I wanted it to be red. Okay, change of plans. We'll go for that delicious green color, that PG8 green. Oh no, 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 no. Sorry, we can go for the jade green. Yay. Yes, sir. Forgot about that. All right, and right over the doorknob. All good. I'll probably paint that either a nice metallic gold or a brown. No worries. I did want to bring in that green, so you know what? I can, and I will. Just a little bit of it right there in the middle. Oh, isn't that just, like my friend Sunday Berry says, exquisite. It is exquisite. It is okay to get emotional over these colors. Look, I'm just adding more of that jade green right from the half pan into the paper or onto the paper, and just using the side belly of my brush to blend those two colors in. Oh my, this is just gorgeous. I did want this area to be a bit more lighter, so I'm going to push back. And just blend. Pushing down with the side belly of my brush there. Look at that beautiful granulation. Whoop. Sorry guys. That would be my heater. That means the temperature is dropping outside. I'm very grateful that the heater turns on automatically. All right, so we can always come back and darken that up. All right, I think now adding the red to this area will make it pop. Okay guys, so I just reglazed my berries and I'm adding a very gentle glaze of azul yellow right over that, because I just feel like the burnt and raw sienna that I added earlier was a little too dull, and I know I mentioned I wanted something a bit more brighter, so glazing right over that. I'm thinking I'm going to add for the trim of the window, I'm going to add the same green. Okay, but before I do that, I want to add some burnt umber. So this right here. Okay, need to work on using smaller brushes. There we go. Just wanted a darker concentration of color. This is a size 0 Cotman. Okay, so I went ahead and added water to this area here of the mushroom roof, and using the same cadmium red and orange. Wow, that's amazing. I'll go ahead and begin it to blend that out, trying to be very careful. Keeping the lightest washes of color at the top. And the darkest at the bottom. I didn't know that Van Gogh paints can flow that way. I'm using a cadmium red medium. I apologize, that's not Van Gogh, that is Winsor & Newton. And the orange is cadmium free orange from Winsor & Newton as well. Either way, I didn't know that they flow like that. Very nice. Love seeing that. Yep, I'm glad I left that space in between right here open, so I can add the lightest color wash up here. Pushing down a bit more past the pencil line that I had previously on purpose, just because I want to. Gotta be real careful with this though. That can backfire on me. So just a little bit. I'll do the same for right here. Just touching up on this area to loosen that up. I added a little bit more to this area too, because it's at an angle, and the way I drew it is also at an angle on purpose, and I think I'm going to need to bring in some darker value color down here. Yep. So I'm going to continue working on this little by little, just adding darker color here and there until I am satisfied with what I see. Oh, looks like I added some color into that area. Oh well, no problem. Right, so you guys get the gist of what I'm doing. This is going to take me a few minutes, I'm sure. But at least you guys got to see most of it. I'm just adding the darker value underneath. Right here. Right here. That actually looks really nice the way it's wicking out. Just wanted to show you that I'm still going at it about 7 to 8 minutes later. Unfortunately, my hand got the best of me, so I had to bring in a bit of the darker color into that little pebble for the sake of not knowing what else to call it. I'm gonna have to look it up. But this is how it's coming along, and yep, I'm glad I left that area open. I'm going to close this area up right here and just continue to add layers, you know. So far so good. All right, so I went ahead and added some of that burnt umber into the mix. And you'll see that underneath these areas right here. Just like that. And then I'll continue to blend everything out. This is when turning your block or your paper that you're using upside down, right side up. It is so useful. So you can get all that good juicy color right in these areas where you'd like them to be. And then you just blend out depending on the look you're going for. We're going to begin to clean up the door here. So I began with pushing all the color to this side. I'm going to add some darker value down here. Just blend that in very carefully. A little bit of dark value up here too, but mostly I want it right here and right here. And then this is the frame. This area is not part of the frame. I could still see the doorknob there. Sun is beginning to come out, which is a good thing. Just beginning to darken up. That's right here. Oh, I haven't even, I didn't even paint this area. Go ahead and take care of that now. Might as well just do the same color. Beautiful burnt umber. I'm glad I added that to this area down here. Okay, I added a little bit more of that the violet mist and the Payne's gray. Just a smidge, because I can easily get carried away. I could bring a little bit of that into this area here too. There we go. Just so it doesn't look so empty. I don't know. Do the same for this side. Can even come up here and just add some of that down here. There we go. I'll quickly do the same thing on this side. Don't mean to be turning everything around. It's just if I want a certain look, I have to do it a certain way. There we go. Okay, and this area would naturally be darker too, so let me go back to this color, which, oh gosh, if I remember correctly, was that raw sienna. Oh gosh, this better be right. Raw sienna, burnt sienna, and then the Payne's gray, right? Yep. There we go. Yep, it's that. Just trying to get that. It's obviously a much more deeper value, but oh, I hope that's it. I'm just adding it in certain places. We'll clean things up and just add a little bit of a darker value. This brush is really good. Okay, beginning to clean up underneath here, just adding some shading. This is obviously to taste, you know. Same thing right here. Oh, I did forget about that frame, window frame, didn't I? Almost done here. I think I'm going to also add some gouache snow. And in order to make this work, I'm going to add just a little bit right around here. I'll work quickly. Get that nice soft shading. Bring it around. I think I looked out with that doing the same color again. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm also going to bring some of that dark color right around here. That just cleans things up around this area here. Okay, let's go ahead and add just a little bit of that violet color within each of these little pebble rock things. Leaving just a little bit of white space to recapture what I lost when my hand got away from me. Light is getting away from me. You might hear the kitties in the background, they're both up. It's like they know their human brother is coming home. I'm glad I was able to record for the most part all of this in real time, even though I had to press stop. It should be pretty continuous. I'll come over here and add just a little bit of darker value down here. I'm still learning how to paint snow-ish colors, so I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that definitely gave these little things a bit more life. Why am I avoiding that frame? Let me go ahead and paint that in. Oh, the lighting, the lighting, the lighting. Okay, let's go ahead and just going to add a little bit there and just use whatever I can. To blend it out. Trying to leave a little bit of open space that's not painted on purpose, just to get a more whimsical look. I hope that looks okay. Okay, so I went ahead and tidied that up as best as I could. I also added a little bit of sepia to that burnt umber for underneath this right here. I don't know, I just felt like it could be darkened up, and I'm just taking my damp brush and softening that out just a bit, and I'm going to leave it alone because I already know myself. I begin to fuss, I ruin everything. Okay, so I'm beginning to clean up the trees here. Just going in with straight violet mist and bringing it all the way down. I'm glad that I added some of those lighter value trees in the back. And I think this is it. I used a good amount of the colors in the plate, so I don't feel like I've wasted any paint. I almost feel like I can add one more light one right here. And just blend that out. Actually, we can even, this is what happens. Go ahead and just make that a little bit more thicker, wider. Same thing right here. I think, let me just do this part right here. It's just bugging me a bit. I can bring that up. As you guys can see, my son is home from school. He's home from school, and I just wanted to show you the last few minute things I'm adding before I do the peel reveal. Got to clean up a few things here, but I just wanted to show you how I'm adding just a few little marks of the darker violet mist color here. All right, you guys, since I've already taken up so much of your time, last few minutes here, hopefully you won't mind. I went ahead and cleaned everything up the best way I could. However, if you do see some more darker value spots in the community tab photo or the thumbnail photo, then you know I just went ahead and did a little bit more zhuzhing up. But I'm going to go ahead and add some of this Art Whale brand gouache. For some gentle splattering. I think that's going to bring everything together for me. And my background mat is going to be replaced tomorrow, so I'm okay. I'm actually pretty grateful that I didn't ruin the whole piece, because it looks like I dragged some color alongside here, and I even had it on my hand. I've since washed my hand off, but I don't know how I managed to do that, but I'm pretty lucky that I didn't ruin the whole piece doing that. I gotta remind myself not to wrap the tape around. Oh my goodness. What a horrible peel reveal. Let's just say me and that paper block don't get along too well. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, this is the best I can do. As you can see, I got a really nice border around the entire painting. This is natural daylight. I do have my dining room light on right behind me. Well, I'm in my dining room, I should say, my kitchen, but you can see nice clean peel there. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did, I'm gonna go take pictures before everything else comes burning down. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye-bye.